Good morning, children. I welcome you back to the accountancy class. Submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. James 4:7. How can I submit myself to God? Pray. Ask God. Ask what is good and what is bad. He will teach you in the ways that you have to walk, which will bring glory only to His precious name. Pray, children. Continuously pray. Don't stop praying. Okay, it is not necessary that you have to uh, pray for hours together. Every time, whenever you feel like talking to God, wherever you are, talk to God. That is prayer. Okay, so today we are going to do the same chapter, subsidiary books 2, the last bit of subsidiary books 2. What is that last bit? We'll see. Before that, let's recall what we learned in the last class. We learned 3-column cash book. What is a contra entry? What are the two accounts affected in a contra entry? Withdrawn by the proprietor for office use. Is it a contra entry? Yes, because the journal entry is cash account debtor to bank account. Withdrawn by the proprietor for personal use. Is it a contra entry? No, because the journal entry is drawings account debtor to bank account. I hope you remember all this, right? Today we are going to say what is petty cash book. What is the meaning of the word petty? Small. Okay. Business entities have to pay various small expenses like taxi fare, bus fare, postage, carriage, stationery, refreshment, and other sundry items. So, these small payments are repetitive in nature. What is repetitive? It happens mostly every day. Again and again, again and again, again and again. It repeats again and again. It is repetitive in nature. Now, I'm going to give you a small activity. Pause your video, take your notebook, recall what are the small expenses which is met by your family every day. Make a list and come back.
Miss asked us to prepare a list. What is that? She asked us to make a list of the petty expenses which is met by our family a day or a week.
Oh, petty expenses. Small expenses. Can I write my every day I used to get one milk packet from the opposite shop? Yes, you can.
Can I write the chocolates which I get? Yes, you can. Why not the expenses, the Iron Man expenses?
And the garbage man, what we used to give. And what other expenses do we meet? Yes, petrol. Daddy used to put petrol for his bike mostly every day.
Correct. And then why not our vegetables? Every day mommy used to get vegetables from the shop.
Chicken too.
Yes, all these are the petty expenses which a family meets. But as an organization,
I think we have to think about it.
yes, as a businessman,
Can I say salary? No, salary is paid every month. That is not a petty expense. That will be paid by the head cashier.
correct. Salary will be paid every month. That is not petty expense. So can I say wages where I used to send my product from my place to the place of the market?
Yes, wages is a petty expense. You can write it as a petty expense. Very easy, quite interesting too. Let's go back to the class.
Petty payments of the business may be recorded in a separate book. It is called petty cash book. Okay. The payments, when it is recorded in a separate book, it is called the petty cash book. And the person who maintains a petty cash book is called as a petty cashier. Right. All the small payments must be supported by vouchers. Voucher, what is it? Yes, it is a document which supports a transaction. So, all the small payments must be supported by a voucher. Petty cashier makes only cash payments. Petty cashier makes only cash payments. And petty cashier must not be allowed to receive any cash except for reimbursement. Clear, children? Right. Impress system of petty cash book. A fixed amount a fixed amount necessary or sufficient to meet petty payments is paid to the petty cashier on the first day of the period. The amount given to the petty cashier in advance is known as impressed money. Suppose if a concern is going to maintain the petty cash book every week, okay, the petty cashier will go to the main cashier and the main cashier gives a certain amount of money. Say, for example, he gives 1,000 rupees to meet the expenses of that particular week. That 1,000 rupees is called as the impressed amount. That 1,000 rupees is called as the impressed amount. Is it clear? Right. What are the advantages of maintaining a petty cash book? There can be better control over petty payments. There is saving of time and time of the main cashier. Cash book is not loaded with many petty payments. Posting of entries from main cash book and petty cash book is comparatively easy. So the main cashier will concentrate only on the main cash book. The petty cashier will take care of all the petty payments, which becomes easier for the main cashier. Clear? Types of petty cash book. We have two. Simple petty cash book and analytical petty cash book. What is simple petty cash book? It is just like your single column cash book. Just like your single column cash book. All the receipts, the payments. How much you received during the beginning of the week and what are all the payments. That is simple cash book. So what is analytical petty cash book? In analytical petty cash book, a separate column is provided for different heads of payment. Say for example, if it is going to be refreshment, for refreshment one column, for carriage one column, for stationery one column, for postage one column. Every payment will have separate columns. Okay, that is the beauty of analytical petty cash book. When the petty expenses are recorded in the total payment column, same amount also is recorded in the appropriate expenses column. Clear, children, so far? Right. Now, can you see this is a format of your analytical petty cash book. Where is the receipts written? Receipts is written here. Receipts is written here. What is CBFN? CBFN is cash book folio number. It is cash book folio number. Okay. Particulars, VN, you already know, it is voucher number. Total payments, and see all the payments has separate columns. Postage, stationery, carriage, traveling expense, refreshment, sundries, personal accounts, and then the last one is LF, which is ledger folio. Right? Okay. Let's see the problem. Prepare an analytical petty cash book from the following information on Impress system. Here, how much is the Impress system? 500 rupees is the Impress system. Okay, 500 rupees is the Impress system, which will be shown on the receipt side of your petty cash book. Which will be shown on the receipt side of your petty cash book. Right? And all the other columns, you have to draw separate columns and find out how much is the total payments. Right? Can you see? The heading is very important. Analytical petty cash book. Receipts. On the receipt side, how much he received? 500. Okay, 500. CBFN, the date, particulars, to cash. We'll have only one particulars column. We will not have two particulars column because we are not going to have the debit side and the credit side. One particulars column will have only one receipt. The impressed amount is the only receipt here. What he has received from the head cashier. Here in this problem, he has received 500 rupees from the head cashier. Okay, so write two receipts, but the amount in the receipts column. And then go on with your payments starting with the word buy. Clear, children? Can you see? By conveyance, the amount has to be written in the total payments as well as in the conveyance column. In the total payments column as well as in the conveyance column. By cartage account, total payments column as well as in the cartage column. Clear? You are able to understand? Now the next one is by postage account, the amount in the total payments column and in the postage column. Clear? By wages account, the amount in the total payments column and in the wages column. By stationery account, the amount in the total payments column and in the stationery column. You are able to understand. You have to write in both total payments column and in the specific column. Okay. See the next one. By conveyance, total payments column and in the conveyance column. By repairs, total payments column and in the, I can either have repairs column, anything which you cannot form a column, you can just post it in one column called as sundries. Okay, here I have done it in the sundries. By conveyance column again, total and in the conveyance column. Is that clear, children? You are able to follow? Right. Now I have to find out the next one is cartage. By cartage account, amount in the total payments column and in the cartage column. Okay. Now find out the total expense. What you have to do? You have to total up the total payments column. When you total the total payments column, the total payments is 350. Right? And then find out the total of each and every column. Every column has to be totaled. Conveyance, cartage, stationery, postage, wages, sundries. Every column has to be totaled. Okay. And then what you have to do now? As usual, tallying your ledger accounts. You remember? How much is the receipt? 500 was the receipt. How much is the total payments? 350. What is the balance in hand now? 500 minus 350, 150 rupees is the balance. What you have to do? Place it in by balance carried down, 150. Okay. Write the total on the same line. The total should be always on the same line. 500, and then whenever you have a balance carried down, what you have to do? You should have an opening balance. Carried down is a closing balance. The closing balance of the previous month is the opening balance of the next month. But here there is something different. Very interesting. Now he has 150 in his hand. To make it up as 500, how much the petty cashier should get from the head cashier now? Very good. He cannot get 500. He should get only the amount what he has already spent. How much he has already spent? He has spent only 350 rupees. So only that 350 rupees he has to get it from the head cashier to make up the impressed amount 500. Clear, children? Quite interesting, isn't it? Can you see? To balance brought down 150. That is the opening balance what the petty cashier is having in his hand. From the head cashier, how much is getting now? To cash account 350. Now again, how much is having in his hand as the impressed amount? 500. Is it not easy? Very, very easy problem, isn't it? Do it. You will enjoy. What do you have to do now? Yes. Take up your test. Do the Kahoot. Children, you don't have two lessons now. You have only one. Only one lesson today. Only one subject. Why don't we listen to the video again and again? Try the problems by ourselves and then take up the test, which will be helpful for you. I encourage each and every child to take up the test and do the Kahoot. Okay? And this is your homework. Problem number 8 is your homework. Where you have to do? Very good. You have to do it in your accountancy notebook. Do it in your accountancy notebook. I will surely check all your notebooks when you come back to school. Okay? Right. Stay safe. God bless you.